Hello guys, today we are going to discuss about conditional edges. Conditional edges basically are a smart connection between nodes. So for example, we have one node that is router. So if we pass the operator like plus operator, it will go to this node. If we pass multiplication node, it will go to multiplication node. For example, in previous video, we pass name, a list of numbers and operator. So if there is a plus operator, it will add the list of numbers like 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. If we pass the multiplication operator, it will multiply the whole list. Like for example, first of all, we pass 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and we also pass the addition operator. So its result is 15, like 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. And after that we pass multiplication operator, it will multiply these numbers like 1 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 4 and multiplied by 5. We did this whole work in just one single node. So now today what we are going to do, we are going to build a router node. So router basically decide if the operator is multiply operator, it will go to this multiplication node. This multiplication node basically takes the list of number and just multiply it. And if it is plus operator, it will go to addition node and it will add the list of integers. So let's build our agent. So here I import the mandatory libraries. One is math, type, dictionary, list and state graph. So math is basically used to multiply the list of integers. We'll see later on. And here our agent state is same. It has name, numbers means list of number like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, one operator like plus operator or multiplication operator. And in result we will store our final result. And we know that state graph is the builder that actually build our graph. So here I will define our router node and here I will pass our agent state. And it will also return the agent state. Okay, here I will just simply print I am in router and it will return the state. I will explain you later on. Let's run it. And after that we need to add multiplication node and addition node. So here I will say define addition and it will take the agent state and it will return the updated agent state. It will basically take the numbers, it will be a list and it will perform the sum operator. Here I will simply type sum and let's store in a state result. This sum function add this list that is state numbers and we are going to store in state result, and after storing we'll simply return the state. Okay, similarly we will define our multiplication node. To perform multiplication, we will call math.multiply and state numbers, and we'll store the result in state result. And after that we will return our state. These are just simple nodes. We define 3 nodes. One is router node, one is addition node and one is multiplication node. You already know that how to define the node. Let me just run these. And here we will build our graph. So before building the graph, there will be another function. It will be an extra function that will decide either you pass plus operator or multiplication operator. So I'm saying its name is maybe decide. You can change this name whatever you want. And here we will pass the agent state. It is not going to return any state, it will return just a string. So if for example I'm saying our state operator is equal to plus operator, then it will return add maybe, else I'm saying it will return multiply maybe. It is basically a simple function that is checking if state operator is equal to plus this operator. So if it is plus, it will return add. So we don't need to check for multiplication operator, either we will pass just sum and multiplication for simplicity. So else it will return multiply. So it will basically return this string. That's it. Let's run it. And after that, we know that we have to build our graph. So I will call state graph and I will pass the agent state, and let's store it in a variable. And here we have to add our nodes. One is our router node, addition node, and another is multiplication node. Here I am saying graph.add node, that is router, and it will call this router function. And our another node is addition, and it will call addition function. Similarly, I am saying graph.add node, that is multiplication, and it will call multiplication node. Okay, perfect. We just add these three nodes in our graph. That's it. And now what we have to do, we have to set our entry point. So I'm saying our entry point is router, graph.set entry point, that is our router node. So from router, either it will go to multiplication node or addition node. So it is basically a conditional edge. To add conditional edge, we will call graph function, that is graph.add conditional edges. It is edges, not just edge. So I'm saying starting point is router, and after router it will call the decide function, and decide will return either the add or multiply. So if decide will return this add string, then what we have to do, we have to call this addition function or addition node. And if it will return multiply this string, then we will call multiplication. It may confuse you, but it is just a simple thing. Like from router, where we have to go, either we will go to multiplication or addition node. So who will decide? We have another function, that is decide. This function that is basically return a string, either it will return add or multiply. So here I am saying from router, either you have to go to addition node or multiplication node. So who basically going to decide? This decide function is going to decide your destination. So if decide function return add, you have to go to addition node. If it will return multiply, you have to go to multiplication node. It is just simple. We have one node, starting node, and a function that will decide, and two other nodes, one is addition and one is multiplication. Okay, perfect. Now we have to set our finish point of our agent. If we see this diagram, so if our agent choose this route, from router it will come to this multiplication node, then our multiplication node will be finish point or end point. Similarly, if our router come this way, our addition will also be a finish point or ending point. So here we will say graph.set finish point. So finish point is our addition node as well as multiplication node. So I will simply type graph.set finish point, that is multiplication node. Let's run it. It is saying graph object has no attribute, add condition edge. sorry, it is not condition edge, it is conditional edges. Let me run it again. Yes, perfect, it is running. Now what we have to do, we have to compile our graph. So I will simply type graph.compile and let's store it in a variable like in agent maybe, and let's run it again. And to visualize our graph, I will simply copy these lines from our previous agent and let's run this. Okay, perfect. Now we have two conditional edges. One is add and another is multiply. If it is add, it will come to this addition node. If it is multiply, it will come to this multiplication node. And from both node, it will go to finish point or just finish the graph. And let's invoke our agent. I'm saying agent.invoke, and here let's pass the name maybe Myro. We have numbers and operator also. So I'm saying numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and operator is plus operator, for example. And let's store the result in a variable like final state, and let's run the graph. Here I will simply print final state. Yes, it is saying name is Myro, numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, operator is plus, and result is 15. Okay, let me copy this line, and this time I will pass simply multiplication operator, and let's run it. It is saying math has no attribute mul. Sorry, I think it has product, math dot product here. Let me just run our whole graph again, and this time let's print the final state. Yes, name is Myro, numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, operator is multiplication, and result is 120. Okay, perfect. In this way you add your conditional edges. So we need router, a decide function that will decide either we have to go to addition node or multiplication node. So you can do this job with the lambda function also, but for beginners it is a little bit tricky. And router is basically a very helpful node. We'll see later on how to use it in better way. For now it is just printing this I am in router, this string, that's it. If you are still confused in add conditional edges logic, you can try to write this code 2 to 3 times and try to understand how it is working. So in next video we'll do some exercise, then your concept will be more clear. So if you are still confused, then don't worry, we'll practice this logic a lot. So take care, have a great day guys, and we'll see you in next video, and don't forget to like and subscribe.